Hey, crypto family. Happy 10th anniversary of Bitcoin. It's so great to think of cryptocurrencies already been around for 10 years and just how much they've advanced. And I know today also is the Proof of Keys event, which I hope all of you are participating in, basically taking your coins off of exchanges to kind of foreshadow that monetary sovereignty, as well as have people know that they have control over their keys and help to find exchanges that are actually faking their volume. So, with this 10th anniversary, I actually want to go over this article that goes over a lot of the history of Bitcoin, which some of you may not be aware of. And it's actually some pretty cool facts in here that I wanted to share with you. So, it says today, January 3rd, marks 10 years since the creation of the very first block on the Bitcoin blockchain, which is also known as the Genesis block, which is the first block on a blockchain that's unique to it and contains no reference to any previous blocks. Now, the Bitcoin white paper was made on October 31st, 2008. And January 3rd, 2009 actually is the first implementation of the world's first cryptocurrency and the realization of a peer-to-peer and cryptographically secure system for transacting in digital cash. So, as you know, Satoshi Nakamoto, who's the creator of Bitcoin, and he made that Bitcoin white paper. He's basically the person that saw the 2008 financial collapse and saw that there needed to be something to be done. He saw, the government is too unstable, and basically the way the monetary system currently operates, you see all these big banks too big to fail, and then when they do fail, you see exactly what happens. Housing prices collapse. I mean, everything collapses, and it's nearly was a great recession that we had in 2008 for the United States. So he decided to release Bitcoin and create it, which luckily he did, because we've seen how it's helped a lot of third world countries and a lot of people get out of debt and get out of that fiat, which is subject to inflation and a lot of other factors. So it says, as data from the Bitcoin Block Explorer tool indicates, Block 0, counted as Block 1 in very early versions of the blockchain, was mined on January 3rd, 2009, with a reward of 50 Bitcoin. Today, that reward would be worth $191,350. That is insane. And it actually says the value of that Bitcoin was 0.003 cents. So you can just imagine how cheap that was for the very first Bitcoin. And now looking at where Bitcoin is now at, nearly $3,800. It says the cryptocurrency's inventor, Satoshi Nakamoto, embedded the hexadecimal code of the Genesis block's Coinbase with an encrypted times heading from January 3rd, 2009, referring to the bailout of the United Kingdom banks. And it says when it was decoded, it decoded to, quote, the times 03 January of 2009, Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks. So you can see he's very aware of what's going on in the world, and he decided to first implement Bitcoin on this date to be a solution against all these different things that were going on with the banks and against this financial instability. So it says, as of press time, Bitcoin is trading at $3,831, up 127,699,900% since its first recorded trading value. So again, it's a great day, and it's just so crazy to think how far Bitcoin's come. I still can't believe it. I mean, when it was first entered into the market and now looking where it's at and how much adoption it's had, I just see 2019 as being a great year just in adoption, not necessarily price, but as in more mainstream adoption and just more implementation into the ecosystem. So again, I'm going to be very, very interested to see what 2019 holds, and I look forward, and hopefully it can have a lot of growth for everyone as well. Now, the next article I want to talk about is actually regarding stock. So this is regarding the Apple stock, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the stock market and what's been going on the past couple of weeks. There's been a big downturn in the stock market. A lot of big companies like Apple, Tesla, Amazon have been declining, but Apple has actually been leading that decline. And it actually says, Apple leads stock market sell-off as Bitcoin and crypto show strength of global assets. So now we're kind of getting to the point where stocks are taking a downturn, but cryptos are starting to become more and more viable for investing. So, we've always wondered if the stock market has an inverse relationship with cryptocurrencies, and it's starting to get that relationship these past couple of weeks as cryptocurrencies have been increasing as the stock market has been declining. It says Apple, which has been struggling with iPhone sales, particularly in China, continued a dramatic fall. The stock, which closed out 2018 at $157, is now trading at $142 after nosediving another 9.96% today. So you can see Apple, how much it's declined, and just over the past 5 days, you can see that huge decline. And this was actually after the CEO of Apple mentioned that the company's sales, he's slashing the company's quarterly sales estimates. So Tim Cook, he doesn't see a lot of promise right now for the sales of iPhones, and specifically with China, because there's a trade war going on between China and the US, and it's actually hurting Apple a lot since that's where their main headquarters are, in China, where they manufacture most of their phones. So again, that's been going on. And then right now, it says Cook has enumerated new initiatives to improve services and sales. Thursday morning saw several economists agreeing with Cook's assessment that the greatest problem is the trade tension between the world's two largest economies. Now, after explaining all of this, it actually goes into cryptocurrency, and it says, cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin are borderless. They belong to no single nation, state, region, or country. As they mature, they remain outside of certain influences that can rattle stocks caught up in a trade war. Remaining detached from any single country, regional economy, or broad tensions between countries or corporations, they're defining a different type of market resilience. So again, there's no company that Bitcoin is owned by. Basically anyone can be an investor, and it is completely decentralized, which is something that, attracts a lot of investors, because they don't have to worry about certain events affecting Bitcoin since it's on a market of its own. And I think that's what the big attraction is. And of course, why a lot of big companies like Fidelity are looking to have it in their customers' retirement portfolio. So as I believe we'll see a lot of banks and a lot of other companies implementing Bitcoin either in their retirement portfolio, 401ks, investment options, just different avenues to diversify because of this relationship that Bitcoin has versus the stock market. So this is something that I definitely wanted to bring up, and something I wanted to show you that, again, as we're starting to see the stocks downturn, what's going to happen with cryptocurrencies now? Are they going to follow suit, or are they going to continue to have the inverse relationship like they've had in the past couple of weeks? We will have to see. Now, mentioning cryptocurrencies, today hasn't been too good of a day. Bitcoin's down 2%, so it's at 38.37. Ethereum's down 3.8% to $149. Ripple's down 4% to 35.9 cents. Bitcoin Cash is down 3.7% to $162. And then EOS is down 7% to $2.68. Now looking at Bitcoin, so right now on the 4-hour chart, it's trading at 37.86. Now I mentioned this 3,800 level was support, but we since have broken that, so we'll turn that to resistance now, and we need to get back above that 3,800 to maintain the bullish sentiment and continuing on to test that 4,000 level. But as you can see, Bitcoin has actually bounced on this 50-day moving average. So this 50-day moving average is at 37.72. So if we can maintain above this, that will also be a positive sign. But if we continue to fall, then again, I'm looking at this 128-day and 200-day moving average at around $3,700. And then this 3,600 level is that major support that we need to keep. Otherwise, we're looking at these other intermediate levels around 3,400 and then 3,200 to 3,000. So again, right now the RSI is at about 50. So it's not overbought or oversold, right in that sweet spot where Bitcoin can go either way. So hopefully we can shoot back up to the upside and get over this 3,800 level, and then where we can test this 4,000 after that. So again, we're going to have to see what happens, and hopefully Bitcoin can maintain these levels and continue to increase. So with that, if y'all enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe and share. I'd really appreciate it. Until next time, thanks for watching.